welcome to the channel. I just want to show you a quick strategy that you can learn, that anybody can learn basically. Super simple, there's not many steps, there's only maybe 3 to 4 confirmations and that's it. So you can apply this strategy on a 1 minute time frame only for scalping, and also you can apply on a 5 minute time frame as well. All depends what you prefer. If 1 minute is too fast for you, then you can move to the 5 minute, but it would be the same win rate, same process, and basically it's all just a preference. It gives you more time to enter a trade, to find your stop loss, to calculate the lot size, on a 5 minute time frame compared to the 1 minute. But if you have some experience, then 1 minute shouldn't be an issue. With the 5 minute time frame, I would recommend to start with and then basically move back to 1 minute if you feel comfortable enough. But enough of that, into the strategy. So the way this strategy works is, so this is based on scalping, okay? Scalping the trend, and you're trying to find a pair that has the strongest trend with the highest score, right? So, and then you just look for those couple confirmations and you get in the trade. So the way that you do this is, step number one is you would find these time frames right here, from 1 minute and up to daily. So you would want to have every single time frame go in the same direction. So you can see all these arrows are blue, okay? So that's the first confirmation. Second one is you're looking for the high score, anything over 30. So strength of 30 means you have a strong trend, okay? And then you're looking for this macro trend arrow, which you can turn it on and turn it off by clicking this indicator here, okay? Then you're looking for the first 2 hours after that macro trend arrow. So you want the price to be within the first 2 hours. So you can measure it out with the measuring tool until it says 2 hours. So right there it says 2 hours, right? So from 7:32 to 9:32. So that'd be 2 hour mark. So let's say the price was somewhere in this area, and now all you're waiting for is a couple trend opposite arrows. What that means is, if you have trend, it's pointing up in here, it's showing up, right? And the trend based arrow is going to be blue, the one that goes with the trend. Trend opposite arrows are going to be red. So as soon as you see first red arrow after this macro trend, and I would give it like 15 to 20 minutes into the trend, that way it establishes itself and also shows you that it does want to continue going up. So otherwise, if you enter too early, then it could just reverse. So you want to give it some time for it to establish. And I typically wait like 30 minutes. I think that's appropriate time for the trend to establish. And then basically after you wait for like 30 minutes, so right there, right, you can start waiting for the first red arrow. And as you notice, we have one right here. So if I make this bigger, right, so, and then you have a second one and a third one. So it doesn't matter how many. For the highest quality trade, you can use 4 opposite arrows, but to be honest, for this one, you can use as much as you want. You can use 1 or 5 or 10 or 20, whatever. It's up to you. You can filter that out later on once you get good with this. But basically, you're waiting for any amount of trend opposite arrows. And then once you have the trend opposite arrows, you are within the first 2 hours of the trend, and you have all these time frames going the same exact direction. All you're waiting for is the first trend based arrow. And we know the trend is up, right? So the trend based arrow is going to be a blue arrow, so which is right there. As soon as you get the blue arrow, you place a trade, right? And since we're not planning to hit our stop loss is going to be massive. And the way that you would measure that is you would measure from the outside of the Bollinger Bands. So from the outside to the outside. And I'll show you how to do. So right here, right? From the outside and to the outside. So, and then you basically just double that. So, and you would, grab your measuring tool, measure from the outside to the outside. It says about 35, so it's going to be 70, right? So 70, it's going to be right there. Then you just adjust your stop loss till this number says 70. There you go. So it says 70, right? And risk to reward ratio is going to be 0.5. So 0.5. So you're risking more than what you're making, but again, you're scalping. So you're fast in and out, you're done. Okay, so 0.5 would be right there. So, and that's the first trade. Once you place this trade, you can see that you had another red arrow, and then followed by another red arrow, and then followed by a blue arrow. So all you have to do is copy this and place this risk to reward box on the blue arrow, and that's the second trade. You already have your stop loss preset, so that's done. So you're not wasting any time on that. Since you already placed that trade, which means you had a lot size already preset as well. So you're just gonna copy everything onto this. And as you see, I mean, clearly it won. So it's a massive move. There's ways that you can take advantage of moves like these and not sacrifice, the whole thing. And not just take a little portion out of it. But if you're happy with, a couple pips of profit, you can have a very, very high, very high quality trades, and as well as very high win rate. So, because none of the stop loss got hit, so you took profit on both of these, and that's all that matters. You can continue to do this over and over. Just wait for the red arrow, followed by the blue arrow. So, and since you're still within the 2 hours, this is your 2 hour mark. If it goes past this, you're not trading anymore. So you're trading until it hits this line. So, and you can see we had a red arrow followed by a blue arrow. Now, the problem here is that you want to be closer to the macro. So if it's already getting closer to this, if you take this trade, it would have been a loss. All right, which is why I mean, 2 trades I think is enough, and you don't have to go for more than that. So, but even if you take a loss on here, like, we'll copy this. And again, not every single strategy is gonna have 100% win rate, but let's say you took a loss in there, right? And then you just wait for the next trade, and then we're gonna have one. We'll have one right here. Like, got the red arrow and then the first blue. So place it on there, and that's it. Right? And that's, so you had 4 trades. You won 3 out of 4. That's 90% win rate. So 90% in 2 hours. So not every strategy is going to be 100% win rate or 90% win rate or even 70% win rate. But with the proper risk management, and again, with the proper amount of trades, you don't have to take every single opportunity that you see. You can take the first trade and win, right? Avoiding this one. So, and avoiding these two, you don't need them basically. Like, if you're happy with one winner a day or even like 2 hours, you trade for 2 hours and you're done. And you took one winner. Okay. Now, if you do this for 5 days, you have 5 winners, 100% win rate, and you build your account by, all depends how much you risk, right? So, which of course, never risk more than 2%, otherwise you're just gambling. But like 2% would be, is how much you can afford to lose, basically. Now, there's people risking 10%, 20%, that's too much. You're trying to be in this game for as long as you can possibly like outlast and manage the risk properly, be consistent, compound your profits, and and then evolve. So, but if the strategy works, I wouldn't change anything about it. So, again, I mean, super simple strategy, super fast, super easy. It's not time consuming. Like I said, it's only 2 hours, from 7:32 up to 9:32, and you already had one win or two wins or three wins and one loss. So again, you would still make profit even if you take a loss when your stop loss is bigger. So you would make, let's say, 0.5 up here, 0.5 on the second trade, lose 1%. So now you basically at break even, and you won this one, you made 0.5. So you're back in profit. So you still end up being profitable even though you lost one trade. So it's perfectly fine. As long as you are end up being profitable for the rest of the day, then that's basically all that matters. And I think one trade, it's good enough. So just be disciplined and be consistent, and then throughout the week you can have like 5 wins, in total. So, and again, if you have, let's say, $100,000 funded account with a prop firm, doesn't matter which one, but like let's say you have $100,000 funded account and you made 0.5%, you risk 1% up here, you made 0.5, that's $500. In a week, that's a $2,500 profit altogether. So in 2 weeks, you're at 5,000. In 1 month, you're at $10,000. Just taking one single trade a day, right? Making 0.5% of your $100,000 account. So you're at $10,000 basically trading for only 2 hours. Well, this trade actually didn't take that long, but but you have a 2 hour window. So let's just say that you have 2 hours out of the day. You take your time, and you can trade anytime. You can trade in the morning, afternoon, at night, overnight, it doesn't matter. So this works on anything, like at any time. So unless you have news, and I would also check Forex Factory for any upcoming news when you're gonna trade, because that would not be good, because you're gonna have huge volatility, and it's just never gonna be good trading news. So just avoid that, and then wait a couple hours afterwards and then continue trading. But that's basically all that you're looking for. And again, if you continue trading, I mean, well, yeah, it's all going to be wins because you know direction of the trend. So every single time frame is blue, which means every single time frame is going up. And yes, you can ride the trade, just set your stop loss and profit, and then trail your stop loss until it basically, reverses. So what you could do is just wait for the first red arrow and then get out. And clearly in here you would have seen, you got the red arrow, you would have been out, you would have made, a very nice percentage. So, and that's basically 2-1. But still, we're scalping, we're happy with the 0.5%. I think that's enough. And if you're being consistent for a week, you're making 2.5%. So 2.5% on your account in one single week, right? 5% in 2 weeks, and then of course 10% in one single month. So you're making 10% growth on your account every single month. And by, in 1 year, you can basically double your account. So now that's realistic right there. So that's reality. That's not a dream that I'm trying to sell you. You can see that it is taking a time. In 1 year, you made basically 100,000 or like whatever, and that's realistic approach to it. So, but when there is like some YouTube gurus are, they're telling you that you can make $100,000 in one single month, that it doesn't sound realistic, does it? No. Because if they did that, then they would need to do the YouTube. I mean, I'm doing this because I have a system that works, and I'd like for other people to know this as well. And what I'm not getting anything by doing this. I can share the video on YouTube, and it's up to you. You can take the step, reach out to me, and say, "Hey, Sergey, I have a question. How does this work? Can you show me?" Sure. We'll jump on this session. I'll show you how this works. And if you're hooked on it, then I'll send you the link. You can join, and that's it. So super easy. Again, there's people. We have a thing that's called a Masters Club. And what that is basically, if you submit your trading journal to it, to the educators in the team, and they will review it. And if you have a win rate that's 70% or better, you get to be featured on a flyer. And what that does is, it brings you confidence. It shows that you are a successful trader, and you prove that you have a win rate of 70% or more. So which means you should be making good profits on your account. It doesn't matter what size it is. So, and then, like I said, there's only one way to do this. And it doesn't matter how good you are with your technical analysis, or it doesn't matter. What matters is if you know direction where the trend is going. If you don't know direction, the analysis that you did becomes worthless, because if you have no idea where the price is going, you can't really take a trade, because you're gonna have those doubts. You're gonna put emotions in it, and you're gonna ride on fear basically, and hoping that it's gonna go into the direction that you place a trade. So, but again, if you want to have no fear, if you want to have full confidence, and have something that's reliable and that works for you, right? With a very high win rate, with literally to no work, no analysis at all. I haven't done any analysis in this at all. So all I did was just confirm, 4 confirmations, and I was in a trade, and I won a trade. So it's simple. What you see is basically what you get. When you join the membership, it's $184 a month, and that's it. So you get, for 30 days, you get this scanner. It's through IM Academy. If you're interested, like I said, reach out to me, and I'll guide you how. And then if you have any other questions, you can give me a call. I'll leave my phone number, and I hope to talk to you soon. All right, take care.